Were you surprised to hear that kind of thing going on?
Well, not really, because I surprised a little still, knowing that reggae music gone through so much development for these people just reach the ska. I mean, when we passed that for years,
And people like Rico and Laura Lakekin making great comebacks.
Yeah, that's good.
A label called Two Tone were actually responsible for starting this new ska fever here last year. And they were a small independent company who literally came from nowhere overnight to this great success. But in fact, way back in the 60s, you did that yourselves in Jamaica when you formed Tough Gong. You broke away from the studios and went independent. Why did you do that?
Because during that time, you see what happened, that we went away to America, work, get some money, come back and set up our own business. So that was the independent that we wanted during all of this time, to work for ourselves.
And of course, it's still going to this day.
Yeah,
Many of the songs that you recorded for Scratch, you later re-recorded on your newer albums, and it was always a very fruitful period. What made you, the Wailers, go to Lee Perry as a producer?
Well, during that time, when Lee Perry used to work for Coxsone, and during the period when I leave Coxsone, Lee Perry was leaving Coxsone at the same time, so we went together and worked together from then. That was an upset period.
So where did
you... During Wheel and Soul label, After Wheel and Soul label, we went to Lee Perry and then to Tough Gong again.
Was he very inspiring as a producer?
Yeah, he's a man of plenty interest, in music and swat it.
The step forward into gaining the international recognition which you've now got and maintained, but it was after Burning that the original band of the Wailers, well, the three singing members, parted. Why is it that you parted company with Peter and Bunny?
Well, it's not that we parted company, the understanding is that, every man have a work to do, and sometime during them life, man have really start do it, Cause everybody get big, having children, everyone have responsibilities. Where we just can walk up and down, Sometimes some people have certain things to do where we can't be together all the while.
Do you miss them not being in the band anymore?
Well, of course, yeah, my brethren who really love, what I mean? And,
I know this is an obvious question, but people do ask it. Is there any chance of the band reforming with the original members?
Well, as long as we're doing the same work, there's a possibility all the while.
But not in the near future?
Could be.
Fingers crossed. Bob, Ambush in the Night was obviously related to the the attempt on your life. Tell us about that night.
Well, that was a night, we was rehearsing at 56 Hope Road
Which is your home as well?
Yeah, we're cool out there, And then gunshots started to fire and thing, But after a while we heard it was like some type of political motivated type of thing. But it was really a good experience for I, knowing that nobody died.
Yeah. Why do you think they tried to kill you?
Well, there's a lot of ways you can really think, but why is still something that nobody really knows the reason why up till now, What we just said, I said the reason is knowing that we is Rasta, and what we stand for, because everybody know that we don't deal with politics, neither GLP nor PNP, we is Rasta, And so getting rid of Rasta is the only thing people try to do when they deal with politics, because you're not a voter, so you're like sitting on the fence. So if you're up on the fence, you can get shoot off from any angle, from anybody.
But they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Independence celebrations. How did it go?
It was great, You
did some shows?
Really, yeah, we did 2 shows down there, One during the time Ian Smith and one after Ian Smith, which is the Independence.
How did you find the response from the crowd?
Well, the response from the crowd is good, Very good.
So did you stay there very long?
Yeah, I think we stayed about a week and a couple of days, And it was stay with the gorillas,
Worth it. You stayed with the gorillas?
Yeah, the people who did the fighting.
Yeah.
It was good, Good experience.
Will you be going back to Africa for any shows on your forthcoming tour?
Oh, yes, We want to go everywhere in Africa. Africa is a place that we really want to do this thing now,
That's where you'll be concentrating?
Yeah.
Well, you've got a new single coming out in a few weeks' time called Could You Be Loved? And we've got it here on tape. So if everything's ready, we'll hear a bit of a sneaky preview.